no one else we know, Nathan Brown. We've sent him down to the rooms to interview the son of a gun who's making his own career path. His name is Sam Darcy. We are massive supporters of him here on the Triple M Friday Huddle. He'll be listening to this. Is Sam going to be effusive with his answers? What are we going to receive here?
It'll depend on the questions, and we don't have high hope for the quality of the questions, so I'll sit back with interest, Howie.
All right, Nate, take it away down there.
Thank you, Howard. It's been 21 years since I've been allowed into the room since I left for money many years ago. And the fact
good start. He's away.
That man sitting next to you didn't speak to me for 2 years. So, Sam Darcy, welcome to the Friday Huddle. How are you?
Thanks, Brownie. I'm going all right, thanks. Thanks for having me.
First question will be about your old man because, as I said, I left many years ago for money. It wasn't that much more money, but your dad. So when you got in trouble as a youngster, did he give you the silent treatment? Because for 2 years, he did not speak to me.
Yeah, that is on brand with the big fella. Has been known to give you the silent shoulder for sure.
How are you feeling, mate? You're missing the next 2 weeks. You played a massive game last week, obviously cleaning up Braden Maynard. Many people said that they were happy with the outcome. They were happy to see that you were a player who could do that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, you're missing 2 weeks.
Yeah, it is obviously disappointing miss the 2 weeks, but I want to keep that edge in my game and back myself to go for the contest and keep going for the ball.
When you came off and you spoke to Luke Beveridge, what was the conversation?
It was pretty calm. He just wanted to get my thoughts on, the two players that unfolded. I think a few 50-minute penalties. Just want to see what was going through my mind at that time. And just cool me down and tell him to get back out there and do my thing.
And what about your progression? Because you're a third-year player now. You've had so many injuries and some setbacks, but this year you've exploded and you're rolling onto your left many times throughout a game, and you're just showing the fact to the world that you can genuinely play this game.
It was nice to get a pretty healthy pre-season leading into the year, and all the coaching staff and players have been awesome for our development, and it's been good to get a bit of continuity this year.
Must be exciting when you look at a forward line and you've got yourself, you've got Aaron Norton, who's still pretty young, you've got Jamari Ugle-Hagan, who's young, and so many players running through the midfield. It's an exciting time to beat the Bulldogs. Yeah,
it is. I think we're trending in the right direction. Our last month or so has been pretty good. So I think like you said, playing with guys like Mara and Norts and Lobby, it's exciting.
And who's your crew at the Bulldogs? Who do you hang around with mainly?
I live with a few of the younger fellas. I think Jed and Luke, but I know we're a pretty close group. So get along well with most of the boys.
Who's the biggest reptile at the club?
Where do I start? There's plenty to go from. Sorry about that. Jack McRae.
Jack McRae. That's a surprising one. Tell us more about Jack.
He's my locker buddy and just mess everywhere, and he's a loose unit.
What's it like to be the son of a gun? Obviously, you went as a high draft pick, but your old man, he won a Lee Matthews, he was a best and fairest winner, a massive player at the football club, gets helicopters in to the middle of the ground. What's it like coming in as the son of a gun?
Well, there's quite a few father-sons at the club, especially when I first arrived, so I don't know, I don't really see it as any different to any other player, just go about my business as usual.
So reported last week, so too did Harley Reid. Who do you like now out of the rest of the players that are in the running for the Rising Star?
I grew up playing junior footy with Ollie Dempsey, and I've seen the way he's gone about it this year, so would love to see him win it.
And Damien Barrett has got a bit of a reputation with the Western Bulldogs crew, and obviously your coach Luke Beveridge. If he came down to do this interview, would he be welcome?
You might get a few weird looks, old Damo, but I'm sure he'd get welcomed in.
What about your old man's temper? We obviously saw that pass through to you last week when you ironed out Braden Maynard.
Hey,
but famously, he whacked Robert Murphy in the back of the head in a practice match as the captain of the football club. Are you aware of those sort of things that he got up to many years ago and probably still does it today?
I've heard a few stories from. Might have to get a few more out of you one time, but it's funny.
Have you boys up there got anything you want to ask Sam?
We're loving the interview, Sam. Massive fans up here at Mark Howard. We've loved watching you play and see the pride on your parents' face. Last week when you kicked the match winner, to be fair, we're all losing it up here, Chief, weren't we? We were celebrating, but your dad was a bit stony-faced. I don't know if you've seen the vision. You think your dad could have given you a bit more when you kicked the match winner last week?
Well, I saw a quote today from him that he's going to channel a bit more Peter Dacos, so I think the pressure's on him for the next time.
Hey, Sam, what are you passionate about outside of footy? What interests do you have? What hobbies or pastimes do you indulge in?
I've been enjoying my golf recently. I'm starting to get into that. There's a good crew at the club who are into that. And I love going to the beach, hanging out with mates, and just relaxing on days off.
Have you played golf with the old man? He's a notorious club thrower.
Played with him the other day, and it was probably one of the worst displays I've ever seen. He's almost walked off the course after 9, so I think hopefully we get him back into it, but it wasn't great.
Tell us about it, Sam, because I played with him and Andy Marr in Delhi after the Commonwealth Games, and he threw clubs left, right and centre. Was there club throw? What was it about your father's behaviour that maybe embarrassed you?
There might have been a club through or two, but just cursing himself the whole time. But we've all been there on the course.
All right, Sam. Listen, I think we're done with Sam. We better let Sam go, mate. In all seriousness, we've loved watching you play football, mate.
Yep.
I know obviously your family are really proud of you. You've got so many fans of the Western Bulldogs. A young bloke that goes to school with my son who just thinks you are absolutely it and a bit, and I'm sure there's a lot of fans out there you're bringing through the gate. So, mate, hopefully we see you playing footy in a couple of weeks and you're back up and running.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Great to speak to Sam Darcy. I think that went pretty well.
He did it really well, Brownie.
He
Credit where it's due.
I didn't think Brownie did that
No.
well.
No,
I thought Sam did really well.
I was about to say Sam did better, but Brownie did really well too.
Seriously, I can't imagine what it would be like to hear my son or daughter on the radio in that situation. How was that last 5 minutes for you?
Really comfortable all around.
You look comfortable.
As you would expect, but it's the industry, isn't it? We're proud of him. He's
Absolutely.
he's doing well. He loves every bit of it. He's going well. He loves his teammates, and unfortunately, I can't defend myself on the golf course.
The extraordinary thing is, the more we learn about Duke, the more it is an oxymoron that he's actually doing a wellness show on TV, which preaches, mental health and wellness and fitness and everything like this. And he's a nutbag. He's an absolute red mist merchant.
It's a great point. I've never met anyone where it's
The 80-20
split
rule,
personality.
Harry.
He's a Jekyll and Hyde.
It is, but you are so calm and you're so spiritual. You do your beautiful podcast about leadership, but every now and then
You shank a 3-iron, Howie, and then you just feel the urge.
I've seen it on the tennis court as well. A racket travelled the length of the court.
I've seen it in this box when he gives you that look and you're like, he's not joking anymore.
We're all the work in progress, Howie. That's the beauty of life, isn't it?
He nearly ripped the camera down one
Yeah,
time.
he did. Poor old Jasper nearly got his head ripped off.
That's right. This has turned into a roast, has it? This is where we're going, is it?
You know the show while we're on a roll. No, well done. Well done, Sam. He did absolutely brilliant, as did Nate. We're going to take a break here. We've got some news. We might give Nate a few tips on how to actually interview people. That's all coming up as we lead up to Brisbane and the Dogs. Thanks to the Western Bulldogs for letting
Did
us
he
have
drop
a
the
chat with
magic, the
Sam.
young fella, or not? Did he?
Well, I think there was a dump
Was there a
button.
dump button?
Cheek to miss. I think for the first time our man actually hit the dump button. Who dropped it, you young bloke or Nate?
It might have been S. Darcy,
I think it
who,
might have been.
Let one rip.
What did you pay for his education?
Too much.
McDonald's and Remont Water, Triple M Rocks Footy.